Good morning. Just leaving Stark, leaving the bed and breakfast over here. Spent the night watching the Red Sox with Nancy, and she made an awesome breakfast this morning, and it was a wonderful place to crash for the night. So now I'm out of here. Got another long road walk. I'm gonna try to make it to Earl today, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it that far. It's like 28 miles and it's very hilly, and so I don't know. I might have to dip out early and stay at a campground or campsite somewhere, but we'll see. I don't know. The river's definitely moving, so I'm not going to be touching that. So we'll get to walking again. I'll never guess. It's raining again. Shocking. Whew. Kind of over it. Well, I'm almost to Route 16, I think it is, that goes north to Errol, that follows the Androscoggin River, which is also going upstream. And I checked the flow charts and it's at 6,000 CFM right now or something crazy, so more walking. Thank God once I get out of Errol, I get into Umbagog and I'm on lakes. I cannot wait. I'm gonna be like a kid on Christmas morning. So, just hard charging up these hills. Hey look, more rain. This is crazy. Good morning. Just portage down past the dams over here on the Androscoggin. You can put in and then paddle up to the next one, but the current's so strong there's really no point, so I just kind of portaged around them, and I'm all set to put in here this morning and finish up the Androscoggin out into Umbagog, and then halfway across that I will be entering Maine. Really excited. Like I said, Christmas morning. I was up at like 5 o'clock this morning ready to go. Made breakfast, and now I'm out here. There's supposed to be really no wind today for these lake crossings, and then scattered showers, but the sun might come out this afternoon, so I think we're finally on the backside of that. So got a pretty nasty portage to contend with this morning that everyone hates, but at least there's no bugs because it's still cool, so that'll be a perk. So we'll check in when we get over there. So excited. I don't think I've seen water like this my entire trip. It's either been raining or windy. This is nice. Happy to be here. We just finished up the non-wheelable portion of the Rapid River Carry that goes through a bunch of campsites and along some nasty boardwalks and through roots and mud and everything else. And it's definitely not easily wheelable, but my old trusty cart wheeled the whole thing, so I never took the wheels off once I got out of the river. I sat and chatted with a couple that down there for a while, and they offered me some hot coffee, so you can say no to that. So now we just gotta keep going this way up the more improved path for the rest of the way. Shouldn't be too bad. Well, I survived the Rapid River Carry. That was definitely a rough one. I can imagine if you had to do that when it was super buggy and super hot, that would be very demoralizing. That was not a good time. Luckily for me, I was able to strap my wheels on as soon as I came out of the river and kept them on the whole time, and just kind of had to lift up and over things and made do just fine, but it's so sloppy and mucky in there that It was a little slow going, but we survived. So I made it to the next body of water, which of course is, I'll be going into a headwind, which is probably going to slow me down, unfortunately. But I don't even know what this is. Lower Richardson Lake, I think. But yeah. See how far I can get today. I don't have a site reserved, so I'm just going to find one. Well, welcome to Upper Richardson Lake. No less windy than Lower Richardson Lake. Oh, this is tough going, not gonna lie. Had a bit of an impasse. I was going around what was supposed to be some islands. Turns out there's a big sandbar here. Because I was trying to get out of that wind and work my way up the shore, and now I'm over here, so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I just want to like stealth camp in the bushes over here and then keep going in the morning, or if I want to wait for the wind to die down this afternoon and try to keep going to where I want to get to. I only need to get like 4 more miles, but this is rough. It's very slow going, and my boat's getting full of water. So I don't know. Figure out what I'm gonna do, I guess. Go from there. So I was pretty cold. I was pretty hungry. So I'm eating my dinner, and I changed my clothes. Well, at least put on some better socks that aren't wet. And so I'm just gonna sit here. I'll give it until like 6 or 7. See if the wind dies down. And if it does, then I'll just pack. It takes me 5 minutes to pack this up, and I'll throw it back in the canoe and move on to where I wanted to get to tonight. Otherwise, I guess I'm staying here. Either way. Well, it's about 6 o'clock. I decided it was time to go for it. Probably about as calm as it was going to get before it gets dark. It's still pretty breezy out in the middle, and you kind of get these really big rocking waves, but I'm just hugging the shoreline. Just got a couple miles up here to go, and my whole purpose on doing this is to get over to Moose Lick Meguntic, because it's a very similar lake in size, and the wind can really ramp up over there too, and I'd like to get up super early and just cruise my way across it before the wind picks up. So I didn't want to have to do all this in the morning and then portage over to that lake and do it all over there. So I'd rather just be over there for first thing in the morning. So that's where I'm headed. Well, it didn't last much longer. I just looked at the map, and I still have 2 miles to go across here. So I ended up landing at an actual campsite this time, and I might just end up having to stay here. We'll see. I'll wait to set my stuff up again, see if it calms down. But otherwise, we'll just wait until morning. Good morning. Isn't this just a lovely change of pace? It's about 5:45 right now, and it is calm as can be. So I'm all packed up, ready to go, and I'm gonna go do those 2 miles that I didn't do last night, and then paddle across Moose Lick Meguntic to get over to Rangeley. Man, the spot system, I swear, has been giving me nothing but problems. You can't see the sky? What are you talking about? Oi, this thing's driving me nuts. I've had this thing for years and it's never given me an issue, but for some reason this trip, the tracking feature on it will randomly just decide it wants to stop working, even though nothing's changed, and it has a perfect view of the sky. So I don't know if it's time to retire this thing or what, but Moose Lick Meguntic. And this is just what I wanted to see this morning. I don't think I've seen a day like this since my Champlain crossing. I think that was the last time I had like clear blue skies. So hopefully it stays like that. I gotta paddle to the north and eventually portage over through Aquasic to Rangeley Lake. Something I find kind of funny. I've passed probably 4 or 5 of these super nice sites over on Moose Lake Maguntic, and on a holiday weekend they're all vacant. But on the Richardson Lakes, I was kind of shocked to find one that was vacant because everyone that I was passing was taken. It was already booked up. So I've been out here, I haven't seen anybody. It's kind of funny that a lake right next to another lake is completely different when it comes to people recreating on it. I think I'd rather be out here. Wouldn't you know it, the wind picked up. If I'd gotten over here last night like I wanted to, I would have made it before the wind picked up. Instead I'm out here in the wind. Whew. Made it down the road portage to Rangeley Lake. It is slightly less windy out here, so hopefully it stays that way. I just have to hug this shoreline over here the whole time into the town of Rangeley, where I'm probably gonna set up camp at the Forestry Museum. The MCT has a lean-to there, and I might just try to grab that for tonight. I actually have my brother meeting me in town to take a couple things off my hands that I don't need anymore and resupply my reading materials, so that'll be good. Probably grab some dinner with him while he's in town, and we'll head for Stratton in the morning. Kind of surprised with the lack of boat traffic out here. It is Memorial Day. It's the nicest day we've had in weeks, and there's nobody out here. I don't know why. Made it to the main forestry museum, just outside of Rangeley. And I was gonna stay down by the pavilion down there that they have that you're welcome to stay in, but oh my God, the black flies are absolutely atrocious. They finally popped. So I came up here to the lean-to, and there's no bugs. I thought it would be the opposite. I thought it would be super buggy in here and no bugs down there, but it seems to be the opposite. So I think I'm gonna go grab my stuff and come back up here and set up here for the night. And then I think I said my brother's gonna come pick me up and go run some errands. And so it begins. Good morning. Just about to head out here from the Forestry Museum in Rangeley and start my long road walk to Stratton. I went and scouted out the river sections yesterday, and just looks too bony, even with all the rain we've had, to even bother with. So I got a 17-mile walk. Yay. But last big one of the trip. That's it. And we're all done. No more. So we'll get it out of the way. And it's supposed to be a super, super, super nice day. So hopefully I can beat the heat and get to Flagstaff Lake and be able to enjoy the afternoon. So that's where I'm off to. Well, finally saw my first moose of the trip. That means I'm in Maine, right? There was a moose cow, just a female cow, sitting in a bog next to the road a little bit ago that by the time I pulled my phone out, she had already spooked and took off, but that's one anyway. I'm sure I'll see many more. The walk's not going too bad. There's no traffic really on this road, and it's pretty much all downhill, but there's no shoulder, so it is a little sketchy. So if anyone sees this that's doing the trail and does this walk, wear a vest. It's definitely saved me a couple times, I think, so. But yeah, otherwise, going good. I think I'm making good time. Like I said, it's all downhill. My cart is effortless. I can just push this thing along with a finger and just kind of walk. So I'm a little overdressed because it was 40 degrees again this morning, and it's going to get up to like 86 today. So I'll have to stop at some point and shed some layers, but I'll get a drink and a snack when I do that, and we'll keep moving. Yeah, so this is why I'm not in here. There is water, probably more so than when a lot of people run this, but you're not getting through that. Not easily anyway. Not in a loaded boat. Mine sits super low in the water. I'd pretty much be walking that whole thing, so might as well stick to the road. As unfortunate as it is, at least my walk's good. Just past the Canoe road, which has the bridge on it that even if you were able to paddle, you'd have to take out that bridge to avoid some bigger white water farther down the river. So at this point in my walk, I'd be walking anyway. So I think I only got like 4.5 miles left. Making good time. Made it to Stratton. That wasn't too bad. Of all the road walks that I've had to do on this trip, that was hands down the easiest one. Downhill, really no traffic. I mean, besides the bugs. I would do that one again before doing any of the other ones that go up big hills and, you know, you're right alongside traffic the whole time. So that wasn't too bad. I made it from the Forestry Museum to downtown in about 5 hours. I left at 5:30 this morning and rolled into town at like 10:30. So now I'm out here on Flagstaff Lake with the Bigelow Mountains and just need to mosey out and find a site somewhere and enjoy the sunshine this afternoon. I'm gonna have a couple shorter days today and tomorrow to set myself up to be right at the base of, well, as close as I can get to going up Little Spencer Stream. So yeah, that's a tough section. So I just want to set myself up for success as best I can. So I'm gonna take a couple shorter days today and tomorrow, and we'll tackle that one on Thursday. So I'm gonna go find a campsite and enjoy my paddle across this lake. Tell you what, every bit of misery I might have gone through on the trail to get to this point, well worth it. Good morning. Just now leaving the Hurricane Island site on Flagstaff Lake. Had a pretty good night. The site, the island itself is awesome. It's a great spot. I would love to come back when there isn't a horde of black flies. I spent the whole evening in the tent. I didn't really get to enjoy the beach area over here, which is kind of underwater, but it'd still be nice to enjoy. And the views and the fishing, didn't do any of it. Just made my dinner and hunkered down in my tent and read my books because the bugs were so bad. So kind of unfortunate, but I feel like that's going to be the theme for probably the rest of my trip, is get to camp, set up, hide from the bugs. So I don't have too far. I got like 10 or so miles to go down the lake this morning and then go find a campsite. So that's the plan. We'll get after it. Last look at the Bigelow mountain range. It's been nice being out here. So for those of you that don't know, I'm sure most people do, there used to be a couple towns that took up this region before the power company came in and bought everyone out so that they could level all the town and build a dam to flood this for power. Well, there's a Maine folk artist named Slade Cleaves, and his song Below it's all about the towns that used to be here and the people that lived here. And if you watch the music video, it's actually kind of cool because there's some old historical photographs and everything to go along with it. So check that out if you get a chance. It's a good song. Made it to Long Falls Dam. It's kind of deceiving how close you have to get to this thing for the takeout, but takeout's right here. So half-mile walk around the falls and put back in down below them. Down this way we go. That was a little scratchy, not gonna lie. If I had gone right, I would have had more water, but I wasn't sure what either was gonna look like, so I just went left because it looked more runnable. But man, when you get to the bottom, it's it's just a lot of rocks. I was definitely pinballing my way through there, but whatever, we made it without too much damage. That's why I brought this boat. dead river is in fact dead. No current, no animals, no people. I don't even think there's any fish in here. Look at that reflection. There's nothing happening here. Just flat water. Well, here I sit on the island of giants at about 10:30 in the morning with my pile of books, and this is probably where I'm going to be all day. The bugs are so bad, so bad. So this is where I was going to get to. I know I said I was going to have a short day. I didn't realize it was going to be this short, but tomorrow I'll tackle going up Little Spencer Stream, and who knows how long that takes. Some people say it just takes like 3.5 hours. Some people say it takes 8 hours. So I think it really depends on the water level, and I don't know what the water level is going to be. So rather than keep going from here and risk it and be in there all afternoon until it gets dark, I'm just going to go hit it first thing in the morning. So I have nowhere else to be. So I'm just going to sit here, read my stack of books, and just relax.